For those who persevere, who embrace the fire of transformation, the reward isn't a heavenly vision, it's the peace that comes from being who you truly are. Modern twin societies, which hold the essence of the ancient ones, do not seek the spotlight. They operate on the level of causes, not effects. They influence not through words, but through frequencies. Their presence is felt in coherent actions, ethical decisions, and meaningful encounters. They are not defined by external symbols, but by the inner vibrations of their members. This is precisely why they have survived for millennia, even in the face of persecution, distortion, and neglect. Because when truth is lived, it doesn't need defending. It stands on its own. Today, many people feel out of place in conventional religions, yet they also struggle to find meaning in superficial spiritual movements. They feel like orphans in search of an authentic path. This is understandable. We are living in a time of transition, where old paradigms are crumbling and the new has yet to take clear shape. However, these restless souls are not lost. They are in the process of tuning in, and when they activate the 3 keys to spiritual authenticity, they begin to realize that the true temple isn't out there, it's within. The highest initiatory order is the awakened heart itself. In this context, a new community of souls begins to take shape. These are people who don't follow an external master but instead recognize the master within. They don't identify with flags or labels, but with principles. They don't compete for spiritual status. Rather, they support each other in their journeys. This community has no headquarters, no leader, and no dogmas. Yet, it possesses a power that transcends all boundaries, the power of lived truth. It is this force that underpins the new invisible order, not as a hierarchical structure, but as a collective vibration of authenticity and quiet service. Therefore, the true criterion for discerning whether a teaching, order, or path is legitimate lies not in its tradition, age, or popularity, but in how it activates these 3 keys within the seeker. If a path strengthens your discernment, invites you to embrace simplicity, and leads you to inner silence, it deserves your attention. Conversely, if it infantilizes you, complicates your life, or distances you from your true self, no matter how beautiful it may seem, it is a trap. The soul knows. And when these 3 keys align, the path reveals itself, without formulas, without noise, but with truth. The story of humanity is largely one of disconnection. Over the millennia, we have drifted away from our true essence, from natural wisdom, from the rhythm of the earth, from listening to our souls, and from intimacy with the divine. This disconnection has deepened into a rift, one that separates us from truth, sensitivity, and our original unity. The traces of this rift are evident in the systems we've built, the beliefs we hold, the wars we wage, and the wounds we carry. However, this pain didn't arise by chance. It is the direct result of a systematic lie, passed down from generation to generation, the lie that we are separate from the source. This lie was more than just a philosophical distortion. It became a cultural paradigm, an existential foundation that shaped the way we think, feel, and act. We were taught to fear the divine, to believe we are unworthy, inherently sinful, eternally subject to punishment, reliant on intermediaries, and passive in the face of an imposed destiny.